welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa Morrell and I am a personal stylist for the everyday woman. So I've been styling real women now for over 20 years at least. And what I mean by real everyday women is that we are styling for women with lumps, with bumps, in the right place, in the wrong place, for everyday life, for doing the school run, for working from home, from working in an office. So we're not styling you in heels and nice dresses when the majority of your time you may just spend running errands or doing whatever you're doing in your real life. So it's real life rather than fantasy life dressing. And if you are new to my channel, you'll find lots of things on here, but the main focus is that of a body shape masterclass. This is where I dress women of all different shapes and sizes live on the channel. There will be a link to some of those go on the screen now, and I think there's about 23 of them. We've got about another 5 or 6 booked in for January, so there'll be a lot more on there, and I think I've covered every body shape, height, petite, and everything in between as well, so go and have a look at that. But today's video is going to be about how to develop a capsule wardrobe. Now there's lots of elements that goes into developing a capsule wardrobe, and of course we can come and do that for you. We do it face to face, we do it online, or you could do our personal styling for yourself course, which actually teaches you how to do this, but for your lifestyle and for your body shape. So it takes you on a really personalized journey where you get to really understand why the pieces are in your wardrobe, how you're wearing them, where you're wearing them, to make the most of your wardrobe and hopefully prevent you from wasting money in the future and even spending money in the future as well. Because if you really consider the pieces and how you structure your capsule wardrobe, there's no reason why 80-90% of it can't last for multiple years, 5-10 years down the line. Here's a capsule wardrobe, okay, looking all lovely and pretty for filming today. Now, I bet you that most people's wardrobe looks something like this. Okay, so from what you can see right now, you can see a wardrobe full of lots of colour, lots of patterns, and lots of dated pieces on mixed match hangers. There's not much consistency of style in there, and this is what we see on a daily basis, and it's for this reason here as to why many of our women feel at an utter loss with their wardrobe. They can't make outfits up because they don't have the right top to go with the right pair of trousers, or maybe they have the outfit sorted but then it's ruined by the addition of their dog walking coat, for example. So instead, what we create for our clients is a beautiful wardrobe of mix and match pieces that are all relevant to your lifestyle. Now that bit there is really key. I'm going to keep pushing the point throughout the entire video because dressing for your actual lifestyle and not your fantasy lifestyle is the difference between making this a success or not, quite simply. Now what I will say is that this video is just going to be a quick overview video. There's a lot of detail that goes into each segment. So if you do want more detail, then please do get in touch. Visit our website, I'll put the link down below, and you can see all the services we do, and you can look at the courses and things like that. Okay, so the first place to start is by looking at your own wardrobe. So all I want in the wardrobe, and when I say wardrobe, it could be the wardrobe, the chest of drawers, whatever your storage solution is the items that you can wear, that fit you, that are appropriate for the season, that you like, that you feel confident in. So that's where we start first of all. But whilst you're in this culling phase, I want you to be really honest with yourself. What are you actually doing in your clothes? Are you at home all day and need to be in really comfortable clothes and just need the odd piece in your wardrobe that is suitable for going out and meeting friends? So write yourself a list and proportion it out a little bit. Casual clothes, 70%. Going out, 5%. And then once you have got that breakdown of what you're actually doing in your clothes, your wardrobe needs to reflect that. So if it's 70% casual, then your wardrobe needs to be 70% casual as well. Usually the balance is wrong in people's wardrobes. One of the biggest objections I have when doing a client's wardrobe is they have a pile of clothes that they might wear one day when they lose weight. I feel that when you open your wardrobe up and that pair of size 8 or size 10 trousers is staring in your face, but you can't wear it, that sets you up for a bad mood for the rest of the day, let's be honest. Because I'm like, oh no, I still can't get in those. That's really depressing. I don't want anything in your wardrobe that you can't wear. Okay, so assuming you've done everything that we've just spoken about, what you then need to make sure is that at least 80 to 90% of your wardrobe is made up of appropriate basic foundation pieces for your lifestyle, okay? So your lifestyle might be working on a farm all day, for example. So perhaps lots of jeans, lots of overalls, lots of warm jumpers, whatever it might be. So my foundation pieces are going to be different to your foundation pieces. But what is going to be the same across whoever's lifestyle is that these pieces don't necessarily date. So they are classic items, often referred to as investment items, but investment doesn't have to mean expensive. It just means that they haven't got any embellishments on. They've got no particular details that are going to make them date. And that's what gives longevity to your wardrobe. Now, the remaining 10 or 20% could be your more frivolous fashion-led pieces. And the reason I say 10 to 20% is because if you love your fashion and like new pieces in your wardrobe and are really on trend, then maybe 20% of your wardrobe is occupied with more fun fashion-led pieces. But if you're not particularly interested in fashion in any way and you just want a capsule wardrobe to work for you for the rest of the time, then maybe 100% of your wardrobe is made up of the foundation pieces. Now I'm going to start talking about some rules you can apply to create this. But first of all, there's one rule, I suppose, that I hear all of the time. And quite frankly, it really bugs me when I hear or see an influencer or a magazine article saying this. And it's when they tell you that you must have a pair of black trousers, you must have a white shirt. Let me tell you, you must have none of those if it's not relevant to your lifestyle. If you love jeans all the time and you don't have the need for the elevated trouser, then don't put the elevated trouser into your wardrobe. But one rule that we do live and die by in the Style Academy that we always teach everyone because we know it works, and that is to limit yourself to the number of colours in your wardrobe, particularly across your 80-90% of your foundation pieces. So the theory behind this is that if you have only got 2 or 3 colours in your wardrobe that you know all mix and match, so for example, the whites here, the tans and the blues, and just notice I say blues there because blue would incorporate navy blue, dark blue, denim blue, and the camel there, there's that type of camel, there's that camel, there's even the more beigey colour. So it doesn't mean that all your outfits are only going to be in 3 exact shades of those colours. Just out of the creams and beiges here alone, I could create multiple different outfits because they're all slightly different. Okay, so restricting your colours does not restrict your choices. So having picked 3 or 4 base colours for yourself, and popular base colours are blues are a really good one, greys are good, creams and beiges are good. The type of colour that doesn't do well in your foundation wardrobe are things like purples and yellows, and maybe even bright pink as your foundation piece. Where those type of colours come into play is in your 20% of your wardrobe. So that's this end of your wardrobe. So for me, my accent colour, as we call it, is green. And you can see there, I've got the bright green, I've got the darker green, I've got the green that I'm wearing right now in my trousers. But in picking green for myself right now, I always make sure that the green will then go with the other colours in my wardrobe. But it means I could pick up any jumper with any coat, with any pair of trousers, and it will all mix and match perfectly. What happens in most people's wardrobe is that they have too many colours and they don't have the right top to go with the right pair of trousers. So this brings us on to our other rule that also works, and that is that your wardrobe must include a light base colour, whether that is white, creams, beiges, slight tan colour. Every single shade there and there is classed as your neutral base. This is the glue that holds the rest of the wardrobe together. Without these colours, your wardrobe will look really dull. And before anybody says anything in the comments box, every single person out there will be able to wear a shade of these neutral colours. Even if, for example, white drains you a little bit, then often we're only seeing a white bit of panel here, or a cream or a neutral panel here. It doesn't have to be right up to your neckline. Obviously, I've got this shirt on today, but it's my skin tone and the gold that is closer to my face. If I did it up like that, then yes, the white would be right against my face, but just opening it up like that means that that's not the case. So we can always do little tricks like that to make sure that the white or the neutral is on you somewhere, but not directly onto your face. And what happens when you try and mix these pieces together without the white is that the wardrobe looks very, very dark and very dull. It lacks some oomph and some freshness to it. We'd only have to add in a white t-shirt here to really brighten up all of those options. Can you see that? However, within my neutrals, I then make sure that I have got something in a different weighted fabric for all of my lifestyle demands. So let me show you an example. So I've got just a white t-shirt here. That's a V-neck one. I'd also have a round neck one somewhere. But then if the weather changes, I want to be able to jump to a jumper or a sweater, same colour. So let's say even with these trousers that I've got on right now, I could go for the t-shirt to dress them down a little bit. I could go for the shirt to dress it up a little bit, or I could go for the cashmere jumper for something in between. Now, the only reason I can do that is because all of my items here were in the same colorways. When you make sure that you've got essentially the same item but in different styles and in different fabric weights, it enables you to have something for every demand of your lifestyle, every weather condition, and it allows you to mix and match with everything else that's on your rail. So if we just stick to those three tops that I just pulled out here, if we move along and we go to my trousers, for example. So I've got navy blue trousers there. So yes, the shirt would go with it. Yes, the jumper would go with it. What else? Obviously the white t-shirt would go with it. But also within my trousers, I've then got a blue pair of jeans. So then we check. Does the jumper go with the blue pair of jeans? Of course it does. With the shirt? Yes, of course it will. And so will the t-shirt. And that's because they're all neutral and I've thought about my colour palette at the start. And then we progress that even further once you've got your basics in. So I've now got a denim skirt. So we know that all three are going to go with that denim skirt. And even within my tops, I've got different necklines, I've got different thicknesses of fabric. So just within my cashmere jumpers there, you can see I've got just a normal round neck, I've got a high neck. Now it might be that you have a really large bust, so the funnel neck like that isn't going to be appropriate. So instead in your wardrobe, you might have a V-neck cardigan like that, and then you can easily swap between the two. What you want to be able to do is change your outfit if needs be between the daytime and the nighttime maybe, or a different event. And so here we've got a plain cashmere jumper, but then we've got a very thin knit, that's just from Zara, and it's got a little bit of a sparkle in it. So I could be running around dropping my kids off in this one, but then for the evening I could pop that on. But the point here is that I could swap seamlessly without necessarily changing everything else. And that's because I haven't gone for a winter jumper in a purple, a autumn jumper in the green, and my going out jumper in a red. I've got all three in the same or similar colourway. When we say same or similar, that's classed as the same or similar. And even that, so that's my hoodie from Lily Silk that I am in all of the time. And that would go with my gym wear, for example, or a pair of jeans just for running errands in. And I know it's going to go with everything else in my wardrobe. Even my Pilates outfits that I'm in at least 4 or 5 times a week are in one of these colourways. Because that way, when I grab any of the jumpers, I know that it's going to go with the trousers. So I hope that makes sense. Now, this mix and match theory will not work if you fail to mix and match your entire wardrobe. So that means your accessories, your shoes and your outerwear. I see too many times a beautiful outfit ruined by a dog walking coat. So moving on to my jackets, I've got jackets appropriate to my lifestyle. So about to show you a blazer. If your lifestyle doesn't require you to have a blazer, then don't put a blazer in there. But my blazer, I've got a beige one there. So I could put that, for example, with the outfit that I've got on right now. Or if it's a little bit colder out, but I need a smarter coat, then I could put the long wool coat. Similar, not exactly the same, but similar in colours. Sometimes you don't want a long coat, so you might have the short coat. But guess what? It's not in black, it's not in purple, it's not in green. It's the same colour as all of the other things. Even my casual car coat, as I call it, and a dog walking coat, all in the same colours. And the same would apply to my footwear. So my long boots, again, would go perfectly with this outfit, but so would the short boots, and so would my more casual boot as well. I think what I often see with clients is, oh, I couldn't buy another pair of brown boots, or I couldn't buy another pair of black boots. I agree you don't need multiple pairs of the same type of boot, but you may need in your lifestyle a casual boot, a somewhere in between boot, and then a really dressy boot. And as long as you stick to them in the same colourway, and it might be black shoes for yourself, for example, because that goes in your wardrobe, but for me, it's the lighter shades that work better. And then obviously the theory extends even further to whatever is appropriate to your lifestyle. So I'm not very good with big heels, so I've got a little heel shoe, I've got a trainer, and I've got a loafer. As long as I've got all of that selection in my wardrobe, I can take up and down every single piece that you see on this rail. Oh, the striped top has just jumped out to me actually. Stripes are classed as a neutral. They're a really good way of introducing a pattern into your wardrobe without doing lots of flowers and prints. Flowers and prints date really easily, and they can often be hard to mix and match across everything. You will see that I have got a patterned dress here. It's a dress I love actually from M&M. It's in my colourway, but it has got the pattern I've just spoken to you about, but it's in the 20% of my wardrobe. I don't expect to have this for years and years and years. This is more of the fashion-led piece that we spoke about before, rather than being part of the foundation pieces that are going to make up the majority of my wardrobe and hopefully last for 5-10 years ahead. And don't forget about your handbags, hats, gloves, scarves in this as well. Again, make sure that they're appropriate to your lifestyle. So if you take a laptop every day with you, then you need to make sure that your bag is big enough for a laptop. And if you don't go out, then don't buy the going out one. It's as simple as that. So that was just a very quick overview for you of how we go about creating this for you. But remember, you can create this for yourself. And obviously we would love to help you do that. We do international online styling over Zoom. You could have a face-to-face meeting with us, or we've got our courses, and our courses will actually teach you how to create that yourself. But not only create that, it teaches you everything about style for your body shape, because it's no use you just going and creating a pretty looking wardrobe like that if each of the items in there don't put you back into your hourglass shape. So we'll teach you all about our hourglass balancing method as well, our own trademarked method of styling that works on every figure, regardless of whether you've got big boobs, big stomach, flat bottom, skinny legs, petite. I 100% guarantee to you the theory works on every single person. So I will put some links up for you in the description box, and you can find out all our information on our website as well. But for now, thank you very much for watching. If you could press the subscribe button, it really does mean a lot to us. Thank you very much. Bye bye.